This is my city, my hometown. They ain't represented, so I gotta hold it down. Say this is my city, my hometown. They ain't represented. We have an interview right now with the founder of BLERDFEST. True, welcome back to New Orleans Music Show. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me back again.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you're excited about this event. You kind of formulated this about 5 years ago, and it's back on Saturday night. So tell us about, first of all, Blurred. What exactly is a blurred?
Blurred, the word, is a portmanteau of black nerd. Essentially, it's a way of identifying people with particular niche interests that also happen to be black.
And what inspired you to make this festival, to voice this representation of this particular, like you say, subgenre of nerd culture?
A lot of the aspects of my person are, I'm sort of a hybrid. I'm black, I'm nerdy, and for most of my life, I've had to choose one type of space or the other to exist in. I could be in black spaces, I could be in nerdy spaces, but in either context, I wasn't really fully representing the whole of myself. And I realized that I felt most comfortable in that Venn diagram overlap where those two things intersect. And I didn't really find that there were a lot of spaces that afforded me that opportunity, so I felt compelled to create one.
And when was the aha moment where, like you said, this Venn diagram where you say you found your voice and you found your people and you found the need to represent this and create something to speak to this?
I love Mom's Ball. Mom's is the secret order of mystics, orphans, and misfits. And I've been going to Mom's Ball for years. I love it. It's an incredible party. It's my favorite thing to do in carnival season. The only thing that I wasn't so pleased about is that there is a decided lack of diversity at the event. And it didn't have the level of diversity with which I felt most comfortable. So I thought, wouldn't this be great if it had more people of color? And I didn't expect that event to change. They are what they are. But I thought maybe I could help facilitate the creation of a space that was similar, but focused on bringing in more diversity. And that idea of having a black costume ball sort of morphed into something like a Comic-Con.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, I'll ask you something, because I think this is really important, as being a performer, being a producer, in creating events such as this, when you realize that if you don't do it, it's not going to happen. Being intentional, and once you put your energy into this and how it coalesced, how did you find that experience as far as finding people that would participate and then creating this vision and seeing it happen?
You know, I grew up in a very a diametrically opposed lifestyle. I didn't have any real awareness of consciousness or of blackness or of my place in society. I had an epiphany that led me to the life that I'm living now. And I realized that having a sense of community was important to me. And for the last 30 years, all of the projects that I have created or facilitated or involved myself with have been specifically designed to be unique art experiences that somehow facilitate the formation of a community. And this is just the latest within that 30-year-long streak of creating community-based projects that I could enjoy and other people would as well, hopefully.
Well, True, tell us about the event itself, when it's happening, where it's happening, and how people can find you and participate in this event.
All the information is available on blacknerdfestival.com. We have a lot of content. A lot of cons tend to be more like pop-up markets, where someone rents a huge space, fills it with vendors, charges people admission to walk in the door so they can spend all their money and go home. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with vendors, and there's nothing wrong with getting your signatures on your things and all that. But we're much more focused on the content. So we do have vendors, but we have a series. We have 12 panels. We have 12 workshops. The panels are grouped by either genre or profession, So, for example, we'll have a horror panel in which we have people who acted in horror movies or do makeup for horror movies or who have written horror novels. We'll have an actors panel, we'll have a filmmakers panel, we'll have a comic book panel, we'll have a costuming panel in which half of the panel represent traditional black costuming traditions in the form of black masking cosplay or costuming. And then we have contemporary black costuming in the form of cosplay. And we have a discussion in which we are trying to figure out where that overlap is between contemporary cosplay and traditional masking practices.
That sounds fascinating. And so you said it's 3 of these panels, right?
For each hour of the day, there will be 3 panels to choose from and 3 workshops to choose from. And in addition to that, we have all day long video gaming tournaments. We have table gaming tournaments like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. We have all day long film screenings of short genre films, science fiction, fantasy, horror, done by black filmmakers with Q&As with those filmmakers. We have cosplay contests. We have cosplay workshops. It's really designed to be an educational experience for all ages. We're hoping that people leave with more information in their heads than they had when they walked in.
And where is this going to take place?
This is going to be at McDonough 35 High School, 4000 Cadillac Street in Gentilly.
Awesome. And what time is the
It is this
framework?
Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Awesome. And again, where can we find more information if we want to participate, buy tickets, or just support this as a general thing?
Just go to blacknerdfestival.com.
Awesome. True. Thank you so much, because you definitely enlightened me, and I'm sure many, many of our listeners that may not have even known this existed. And it sounds completely fascinating to me, because I love the fact that you're so passionate about it, and you made the effort to make all these different things happen in the course of a day here in New Orleans. And it sounds pretty amazing.
Thank you.
And True, thank you so much. This is BLERDFEST happening on Saturday all day long from 11. Is it 10 a.m. or 11?
It's 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
To 6 p.m. All right. Thank you so much. This is the New Orleans Music Show with your host, Michael Dominici. We're going to get right back into the music. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
That was very cool.
Thanks a lot.
Louisiana, baby.